Aloha, Kanoa Lehi here with Maui Now, and we are live. That's right, we're at Kahului Airport awaiting the arrival of Maui's latest world champion baseball team, the Senior Little League World Champs, claiming the title in Easley, South Carolina, and making the long trek back home. We are getting word that they are just off the plane. They are making their way now down through the gateways, and they'll be treated to a wonderful reception here down at the bottom of the escalator. Let's see some of the signage in the back. That is a sign put together by local Maui artist Sydney Yee. Very innovative and creative sign to welcome the World Senior Little League champions. They went undefeated here this summer, 11-0 on the continent, and outscored their opponents in the World Series portion of the tournament in Easley, South Carolina by a run total of 58-5. It was absolute domination for the fourth straight year. Central East Maui sent a team to the Senior Little League World Series. This time, though, they come home with the hardware. So you see some of the excitement, some of the parents, family, friends gathering together, and they're about to let out a big roar in celebration of this team as they make their way soon down the escalator. The mayor, Michael Victorino, is here as well. He is going to be part of the festivities. But we are just hanging on here live on Facebook, awaiting the arrival of Central East Maui. A wonderful, wonderful story. The first world champions from Maui since the 2016 intermediate squad that won the title. 6 of those players on that team, members of this Central East Maui squad. I mentioned the sign put together by local Maui artist Sydney Yee. His grandson, Zach Ota, a member of this team, scored 2 runs in the World Championship game against Curacao yesterday. A team that had to, in Central East Maui, win twice on the final day of the tournament because the U.S. Championship game played against the host team from Easley, South Carolina. It was delayed because of weather. They had lightning in the area. That was Friday night, so that game got postponed to 3 a.m. Hawaii time Saturday. So it was a bit more of a difficult task for this team to lock up the World Championship. They had to win not once but twice on Saturday to finish the job. They had to defeat Easley, South Carolina, which they did so handily, 10-0, thanks in large part to a 3-hitter delivered by Ben Ziegler Namoa, the pitcher for Central East Maui. And then his teammate, Lee Souza, took the mound in the World Championship a little later on in the day against Curacao, and all he did was put together a complete game one-hitter, an 11-0 victory for Central East Maui. 4 different times they were able to run rule their way to victory, basically the 10-run rule in the tournament. They were able to earn their way to advance in this World Series. We're going to call over... We're going to call. We'll just stand right here with you. We're here with the mayor of Maui County here, Michael Victorino. And how cool is this that these guys are coming home with the World Championship?
Awesome. I watched the game yesterday, and if you think about how they went through the series, how they dominated, this team really looked so sharp. Even yesterday, some of the plays they made, you rank them as the best top 10 for ESPN. So I'm excited to see these kids come home as World Series champion 2019. And you know that feeling, right?
I don't know the feeling.
Well, I've been there and done that one. And, and so I can feel for these parents. But more important, I feel for the boys and the coaches because they worked hard to get there.
Yeah.
And I am so proud of them. And I wish them nothing but continued success. I'm just so excited. I'm tingling already.
Yeah. We're waiting for them to come down. You have experiences in your family. Obviously, your son, Shane, World Series winner at the major league level. This is obviously a huge experience and accomplishment for these players, for the families, for the friends. What does this mean for the island of Maui?
Well, again, it just shows that we have produced and continue to produce top-notch baseball players and teams. We have great coaching. We have good facilities, of course, always trying to improve on that. But more importantly, we've got kids that really gravitate to baseball. And I thank God for people like Kurt and Shane and others who've led the way and now show these young people that it's possible. And they're going now up there for all these various leagues, whether it's Little League, Pony, Colt, and showing they can step up to the big stage and win at the top level. So who knows where Maui will go with baseball, but I can tell you right now, we're showing off at this today especially.
You have been a very visible man since you took your office everywhere around the island for various events, for various circumstances. Why was it important for you to be here for the reception of this World Championship team today?
Oh, I know many of the families that are involved, and to me, as the mayor, it's just part of my responsibility to congratulate those youngsters who went up and beyond the call of duty, working so hard, traveling all over the United States to win a World Series. And I guarantee you, any of our teams and any of our teams do well like this and win World Series, I will be sitting at this airport waiting for them right here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Appreciate your time.
God bless you all, and thank you, Kano, for everything you do. Aloha, Wendy.
That's right. Wendy Ocha behind the camera for one of the very few times here this afternoon. Mayor Michael Victorino, one of several people, as you see, now starting to stack up the crowd here. We have dozens awaiting the arrival of the Central East Maui baseball team. We are told that they have deplaned. They are making their way down the hallway. They are soon, hopefully, approaching the top of the escalator. And when they see the scene, I'm sure they'll be pretty tickled. And we're waiting for the eruption of the people who are waiting their first glimpse of the players and the coaching staff of this team. You had a smattering of parents who did go along for the ride, and this was a mainland portion of the postseason journey that lasted about 2.5 weeks. The team, here they come, started in Sacramento with the West Regional, won the regional, advanced to Easley, South Carolina, where they claimed the World Championship, and here they come down the escalator. Let's witness it.
It looks tired as hell. All right.
They're still on the escalator.
I know.
Shit!
Come here, Shakespeare.
You guys got to get out the way. This young man right here.
All right, here we are. We're with Ben Ziegler Namoa, one of the members of this Central East Maui squad. You pitched in the U.S. Championship game, and you had to figure out a late game plan because of the fact that the game got delayed due to weather. How did that affect your mindset going into what was going to end up being basically a double dip for you guys on Saturday?
At first, I just took it as something positive. I mean, God does everything for a reason, and we just went out there and just balled out. Yep, that's about it.
I mean, ball out you guys did. Dominated 11-0 here in this postseason, and then outscoring your World Series opponents 58-5. What was it about this team?
I mean, we just came out offensively firing, and that just pushed our defense to do really well. And we just did what we wanted to do. That was it.
What is it like to come off the plane, come down the escalator to a reception like this?
Feels great. I mean, we did it for Maui, and it feels great.
What does this do for you now? You're getting ready for what will be your junior year at Baldwin. What does this do now, this experience? How does it help you moving forward?
I think it just, like, for the underclassmen that are on this team, it puts them in an uncomfortable situation where there's pressure and they just have to show up and succeed. And we saw that during this trip, and yeah, worked out really well.
All right, lastly, best part of the trip, the thing that you'll take with you forever, or the thing that was just the most fun?
I think watching that last out was just the best moment of my life, like baseball-wise, and just running on that field with water balls and just throwing water everywhere. That was the best part, I think.
Well, a well-deserved celebration. Enjoy it, my friend. Great job up there. Ben Ziegler Namoa, one of the pitchers, one of the members of this Central East Maui squad. All right, they continue to file through the crowd. They're receiving leis, gifts, getting in the way of all kinds of other patrons of the Kahului Airport as well. We'll see if we can corral an interview with the head coach, Craig Okita.
One team pitcher, coaches two, please.
All right, so here we go. We have the head coach for Central East Maui, the world champion senior Little League squad, Craig Okita. Still receiving leis, still receiving congratulations, very well deserved. All right, first off, coming off the plane, coming down the escalator to a reception like this, what is it like?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I mean, you know, just the support from everybody here. You know, I had a feeling that we'd have a bunch here. We had back, you know, in 2016, and it's just an unbelievable feeling. I mean, I'm so, not for me, but I'm so happy for the kids. You know.
It's a great experience for the players, obviously the coaching staff, all the parents that were along for the ride. What does this mean for Maui, you think?
Well, you know, we've been fortunate over the last few years, and you know, I'm hoping the Pony will win today because they're in the championship game, and you know, wish them luck. We were trying to look at the scores, and I couldn't get through online, and you know, it just goes to show that we're dedicated to the sport here in Maui, and again, we've been very fortunate. The kids put in a lot of work. The parents, you know, put in a lot of effort to get their kids to practice and get them to be where they are today, and you know, it speaks volume about that.
I mean, it was complete and utter domination. 11-0 here in the postseason. You outscored the World Series opponents in that part of the tournament, 58-5. What was it about this team?
You know, we played really good defense. We pitched well, and you know, we hit the ball. You know, Rob Kalias asked me, and I said, you know, I've never been a part of a team that have hit the ball so well for so long. You know, it's truly, I can't explain it. It's not like we did something totally different. You know, I mean, we hit the ball when we needed to hit the ball. When the guys are in, you know, in scoring position, we got those hits, and you know, when they hit the ball, they hit it right at us. And you know, it's a fairy tale type of deal. I mean, I would never imagine that it to be that way, but you know, I'm grateful for it. It's not no 4-3 bottom out of 7 inning type of deal. You know, I like those 8, 9, 10-0 games. Those are nice as a coach.
Yeah, a few less gray hairs that are as a result of that.
See that already, right?
You experienced everything on this trip. You guys, once you got to Easley, South Carolina, there was a minor bus collision for the team bus that you were on. Several weather delays, including one that postponed the U.S. Championship game to Saturday morning. How did this team sort of make it through some of what could have been some novel and fairly adverse situations?
One step at a time. You know, that's what we said from the beginning. You know, boys, just keep your eye on the prize and do not get distracted. You know, that night with the weather, that put a you know, was a little dampening on our spirits. We wanted to play, but you know, it all worked out for the best. It all worked out. You know, what more can I say?
Congratulations. Thank you for your time. I think they're ready to take a team picture, so I think you better get in there. But Coach Okita, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Craig Okita, head coach for the Central East Maui Senior League World Champions.